which is amazing. Wes Mitchell. I think if you're South Carolina, you're aiming to at least be at 50%. Then in theory, you're adding talent, you're getting better, you're putting yourself in a position to compete.
And Tyler Head.
It's been a great week for South Carolina. On the recruiting front, still certainly plenty to talk about.
On the home of the Gamecocks. 107.5 The Game.
I'll touch my Phoenix sweater. 1 and 2 and a 1, 2, 3.
And welcome into the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour presented by Firehouse Subs here on 107.5 The Game. Tyler, West, and Chris along with you. And our special guest today, we've been talking about it all morning, Mo Kaba from the Gamecocks football team, joining us live here in studio. Mo, thank you so much for being a part of the show. We are so excited to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
And you were telling us before we started here, this is not your first time doing radio. You're a little bit of a pro at this already, right?
Somewhat, just a little bit.
Mo, thanks for joining us, man. We have a lot to dive into. Football stuff, off-field stuff, your NIL deal here with the guys at Cato's Power Equipment who are in the studio, packed studio today, so this should be fun. Looking forward to getting into everything. But first of all, tell us how you're doing. Spring ball is starting up next week, and I was just talking to you about it a little bit before we came in and jumped on air here for the show, but you'll be basically out this spring, right, as you continue recovering from last season's knee injury. But just kind of tell us how that process has been and what you'll be doing this spring to get yourself ready.
Oh, yeah, I'm feeling way better than the first time I had my surgery. It's a good thing when you go through something for the first time before. Luckily, it sounds bad, but luckily it happened to me already. But like I said, I'm feeling way better. I'm feeling way healthier. It's a slow process with the ACL. You can never rush something like this. But yeah, I'm having a great time with my training staff. Just day by day making strides, seeing the progress I'm making and everything. So yeah, I'm doing way better.
Mo, so obviously fans hear people talk about going through the rehab process and kind of working your way back. If you can, maybe give them an idea. What does that actually look like? What does the process, when the other guys are doing their normal lifts and stuff like that, what are you doing on a day-to-day basis to sort of strengthen it back up? And I know technology is like crazy these days as far as the progress that they've made over the last probably 10 or 12 years on rehabbing a knee injury. So what does kind of your day-to-day look like as far as that process goes, man?
So when we came back for winter workouts, I was pretty much like I think 2 or 3 months in. So that gave me enough time to actually do the same workouts as everybody and everything. I have a great weight room staff. I'm working with Chip Morton right now. He has a lot of experience with injuries and stuff like that. So while for example, when we're on lower body days like squat days and stuff like that, I will go to the side and pick a rack with him, and him and me will work one-on-one, just doing certain workouts, getting me back that range of motion, that power and everything. And it just got to take it slow day by day. So we started off like with little weight, and I finally got up to 225. Then I got up to like 235. I'll do it like just little by little with him and just see the progress I'm going like making day by day.
So do you have any real limitations? I know obviously they're going to be careful with you as far as actual football during the spring, like Chris said, but as far as just what you can do on it, what lifts you can do you have any major limitations right now? Or for the most part, it's just kind of taking it slow?
Yeah, I do have some limitations. So what I see like when I'm working out pretty much is like I'll work out real hard, for example, for a whole week.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it might be some pain in my knee and I might have to take a step back, but that just means that my knee's getting better. So I take that step back and just do everything like lower, for example, like in weight, and then go right back into what I used to do like before I was hurting. You feel me? So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Now, what's your next progressions as far as you're telling me that you're not running yet?
Yeah.
So you're doing some treadmill work.
Yeah.
Are you doing the cool underwater walking thing that I've always wanted to do? I don't want to hurt my knee, but I would like to do the underwater walking thing.
I'll be going to that next probably, but I'm in like an anti-gravity type treadmill. So it's like it takes a certain percentage of your body weight off the ground. And right now I'm at like 65% of body weight on the ground. So it's pretty good right now.
And then when will you get to jog and run on, I guess, real ground is
On
how you
real
could say
ground,
it?
I would say when it pushing more towards mid 5 months, 6 months out of surgery.
Okay.
And right now I'm at 4.5.
So not too
far. It's right around the corner.
Now, I know you don't mind kind of like going back because you were talking about it out there, like when it happened in the Arkansas game. You've obviously same knee as high school,
Yeah.
right? So, were there any, I don't know, differences in process or differences in experience that you've seen so far? I mean, in college, you've had a lot more resources to continue rehabbing it and everything.
Man, when I first toured in high school, you gotta understand, I was only getting rehab 2 times a week. Like, so it was a real slow process in high school, coming into college. But here, like, I realized I have like rehab every day. There's no breaks. Like, and if you really want to get back right, you want that type of attention on your like injury and stuff like that. So I've been going through like a great rehab process like compared to the first time, and I feel real great compared to the first time. No issues like I had the first time, and yeah, everything's going great.
Well, you have alien technology with anti-gravity machines and all types of crazy stuff. What is that like just being in that ops field, man? I mean, we've toured it, but I can't really imagine what it's like to be there on a day-to-day when you have, the nutrition aspect that's available to you guys, and then all the machines. You've got. I still want to take a nap in that. What is it? Sensory deprivation tank thing. Have you been in that thing?
You talking about like the salt water?
Yeah, that you float.
So let me tell you something, man. All right, it sounds good. It sounds real good, and when you don't have cuts on you, it's perfect. Like sleeping. But I went there after practice one time and took a shower and everything, but I didn't realize I was scarred up. And as soon as I touched it, man, I was like, nah, we getting out of here. Nah, I can't do that.
Do you have like somebody, like you're not trapped in there? So
no. You could push it up.
Like I was watching Interstellar last night, so I'm thinking all the anti-gravity stuff. And so like they had those where they go down for a nap for like 2 years and they're like in the water. It's not like that. You can knock on the window and get somebody to get you out.
You fill it up a little bit more. You can heat the water up to where you want it to be, just so you're comfortable. There might be a little music in the background, some meditation music, got some stars on the ceiling. So if you want it dark, you can turn it dark, It's a good little spot just to chill, but I don't recommend if you have any small cuts on you.
Do y'all play the dramatic Interstellar music as you as you lay down in there? I feel like that would be pretty cool. But what is your favorite part of the ops building? Just I mean, y'all got so much kind of at your disposal there. What do you get the most out of?
To be honest, it feels like home. So I just like experiencing the people inside of there. Coming to the locker room every day, talking to my boys. They're really one of the ones that kept my head up. Like when I was hurt, I always wanted to like come to the locker room after they were done practicing, just to talk to them. Just to see like what's going on. And they always like, just keep your head up, Mo. Like we're gonna take it on from here. You feel me? We got you. And I love just being around my boys all the time,
Do you and Jordan Strong talk a good? I mean, y'all went through this in the same game last year.
Yeah, we talked, but we never got as close as what we did after that injury, because after I went down, I went to the locker room, and as soon as I came back out, literally, like Jordan was hopping to the sideline.
Oh man.
And I knew, like, just off of his reaction, exactly what it was, and knowing that he was a ACL guy too before. So we went to the locker room and I had to just talk to him a little bit because he was real down. You gotta understand, he's a real he's a 2-year left guy. Like he has 1 more year left, I think, and he was hoping that he still had that 1 year left. And I was just trying to keep him calm. Like, we got this, man. We're gonna go through this. But luckily, he has another year, and we just been going through this rehab process together. We're going to be running together. We literally got hurt the same day together. You feel me? So him and me real close right now.
And I don't want to keep harping on the injury, Mo. So let's go, I guess, a little bit positive, but also kind of bittersweet, I'm sure. Did you sense going into last year? Like I know we were watching, we were listening to how Coach White was talking about the linebackers, and there was kind of that little, there was a competition who was going to start. and it seemed like you were going into your breakout year. Like did you sort of sense like this is my year, like going into it? And then
I never felt better going to the season like since like high school. Like I felt like I was literally playing high school ball at a certain moment because the game was just slowing down to me. I was understanding all of our terminology, our plays, and everything. And my body just felt great. Like I didn't have no worry about my knee anymore. I was playing freely. Like I was just having fun. So I was just knowing that year was gonna be my year. But God had other plans, and I just had to accept it for what it was. Can't be too sad on this type of injury. I realized from my first time I got hurt, I got too depressed, and it didn't help me any. I had to force myself to get out that dark space. For the first week, you have to let that emotion out. You feel me? I was sad. I was crying a little bit, because I was just like, why? Like what? Like I did everything. I feel like I did everything right, and it was just taken from me like out of nowhere. Like so. But once I got out that mode and it was time to grind, I just knew like I had to lock in and just keep my head forward and just keep working.
Yeah, you were named in last year, before the season, Special Teams Player of the Spring, Jim Carlin Special Teams Player of the Spring, and then the Most Improved Player of the Spring on defense. So while you've been sitting out, you're going to be full go sometime in the summer and then certainly for preseason camp, right? Yeah. As long as everything keeps progressing. So what do you do during this time? Obviously rehabbing, but how are you getting, kind of overplayed term, but like the mental reps, to keep yourself engaged?
When the spring practice comes, I have a plan to like just watch all the practices and everything. Like just come back inside the building, watch old games, watch the practices, look at the plays. We already have spring installs sent to us, so I'm already studying that right now. And yeah, I can't be on the field right now, so I just have to act like I'm on the field through the screen, pretty much.
Super excited to have Mo Kaba in the studio with us here for the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour presented by Firehouse Subs. Going to run into a quick timeout, come back on the other side, continue our conversation. I want to let you know tonight, the Gamecock men's basketball team in action at the SEC tournament taking on Ole Miss. Tip off at 7, pregame coverage starting at 6:30. Heath Klein will actually be out in Nashville doing his show from 3 to 6, so you don't want to miss that. We'll be right back on 107.5 The Game.
The Game Spring Golf Classic is coming Friday, March 24th at Charwood Golf Club in West Columbia. Call Charwood at 803-755-2000 to register. It's $100 a person, $400 a team. We'll have autographed gear from Gamecock athletes, and one person will win season tickets to all remaining USC baseball games. Lunch provided by Firehouse Subs. The 107.5 The Game Spring Classic, Friday, March 24th. Call Charwood at 803-755-2000 to register. From your home of the Gamecocks, 107.5 The Game.
This is Damon Amendolara with your CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more. Look, Aaron Rodgers could be a disaster for the Jets, but now that we see the Packers are ready to move on and the Jets have flown a traveling party to win him over, if Rodgers doesn't take the Jets' offer, it means he's just scared of New York. He's happy in his cocoon of control and comfort in Green Bay. He's got to do it. This is Damon Amendolara. This March, take your first shot at college hoops with FanDuel Sportsbook and get 10 times your first bet amount in bonus bets up to $200. That's right. Just bet $20 on the bracket and you'll land $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. That's $200 you can spend betting everything from the money line to point spreads to that 5 versus 12 seed matchup you've been eyeing. All on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. There's no better place to bet the tournament than FanDuel Sportsbook. Sign up today by going to FanDuel.com/win and make every moment more with FanDuel all tournament long.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable sportsbook bonus bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. FanDuel is offering sports wagering in Kansas under an agreement with Kansas Star Casino LLC. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Tennessee, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 Arizona. 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana. 1-800-522-4700 or visit KSGamblingHelp.com Kansas. 1-877-770-STOP Louisiana. Visit MDGamblingHelp.org in Maryland. 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. 1-800-522-4700 Wyoming or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net West Virginia.
You can pick out every detail of your remodel. That one. Or that one?
That one. No, wait, that one. But you never really know what it will look like until...
Well...
not what I imagined. CHW Cabinetry understands. Not being able to visualize what your new space will look like can be stressful, but our photorealistic renderings leave nothing to the imagination, and our job site book makes sure everyone's on the same page. Literally, learn more at chwcabinetry.com. CHW Cabinetry. Passion from inspiration to installation.
With spring and summer just around the corner, you need to have your personal pool being maintained and ready to be used. So contact Corley Pool Solutions today, 803-445-8109. Corley Pool Solutions will help you save time and money, and they'll do it by also preventing extensive damage to your pool equipment that will be quite expensive. So contact Corley Pool Solutions today, 803-445-8109. Tracy Corley will get out there. He will inspect your pool equipment weekly to make sure it's operating properly. They will test, treat, and maintain, and they'll do it all at a flat rate cost. They'll make sure the pool equipment is working properly, make sure the filter, the pump basket, and also those chlorine levels are exactly where they're supposed to be. So save time, save money. Use Corley Pool Solutions. It's more affordable to contact Tracy Corley and Corley Pool Solutions than for you to try and do it yourself. So give them a phone call today. 803-445-8109. That's Corley Pool Solutions.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, trunk lids, license plate holders, and headlights. They've got lots of headlights. When you need parts, get it right the first time with eBay Guaranteed Fit. When you see the check, you know that part's going to fit. eBay Motors. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
On the podcast Really Know Really, join best friends Jason Alexander and Peter Tilden, along with experts, newsmakers, and celebrities, in a search for answers to life's most baffling, intriguing, and annoying questions. You know, those things that make you go, really? No, really?
I think there was a 17-year-old in Rhode Island who ran a candidate that was a deepfake.
Really? Wait, that's news to me. That's Really Know Really right there.
Really Know Really.
Listen to Really Know Really wherever you get your podcasts.
We keep the clutter out of your gutter. Call on the gutter man.
The Gutterman offers a variety of guards for your gutter. Protect your biggest investment. Call the guys in the powder blue trucks. Locally owned and operated for 46 years. Call 791-7147. That's 791-7147.
We keep the clutter out of your gutter. Call on the gutter man.
Broadcasting live from the Herndon Chevrolet Studios. This is 107.5 The Game.
Discover Herndon Certified, Herndon Chevrolet's premier used car warranty. Shop with complete confidence knowing Herndon Chevrolet has got you covered.
Stop by or shop online today and see why Herndon Chevrolet makes you smile.
It's the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour.
Presented by Firehouse Subs. Founded by firemen with Chris Clark, Wes Mitchell, and Tyler Head on your home of the Gamecocks.
107.5 The Game.
And we're back on 107.5 The Game with the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour, presented by Firehouse Subs. Tyler, Wes, and Chris with our special guest today, Gamecocks linebacker Mo Kaba. And Mo, I want to go back to something that you were talking about in the last segment with your injury last season and the support that you had from your teammates that really helped you get through it. We've heard from so many guys in this 2023 recruiting class coming in, when they're interviewed about why they chose South Carolina, they talk about it feeling like home and that family atmosphere. From your perspective, can you attest to that, how much of a family environment and a brotherhood South Carolina football really is?
Oh yeah, it's all truth when they talk about stuff like that, because everybody's genuine. Like inside the building, there's no fake love, from the coaches down to GAs down to just janitors. Like nobody walks past you without saying anything. You know, I feel like everybody knows everybody's name. You know, you're trying to know everybody's name because there's so many new people, new faces coming in this year. But it's no lost love every day you come in the building. You're happy to come into the building every day just to interact with people, and it just feels like a family atmosphere every time you step in the building. Like, it's hard to explain. It's just like since Beamer stepped in South Carolina, you feel me? He's tried to implement love into the program because why would you want to do something if you're not loving what you're doing? You feel me? You're not going to have fun doing something if you're not loving what you're doing and the people you're doing it with.
And Beamer certainly feels like a player's coach. Everybody, every
definitely.
player that we hear from says, "Man, I love Beamer. He's our guy." Like, what does he do specifically that makes him so relatable to y'all to where you have this great relationship with him?
He shows that he cares so much, you know, and it's tough love. You feel me? The rules applies to everyone, you feel me? But at the same time, he's fair, he's hard, and he's caring at the same time, you know. So that's why everybody in the building really loves him pretty much. It's not much that you can hate about Beamer, you know. He's just a likable guy. You feel me? So
right.
That's pretty much it.
While we're talking coaches, what was it like being in Coach Clayton White's room? Obviously, defense coordinator, but also, you know, your position coach as well. You know, he just seems very down to earth, especially compared to a lot of coaches. Kind of funny guy, like kind of low key funny guy. I feel like. What is it like to be around Coach White all the time, man?
I don't want to boost his head up, man, but I feel like, man, I struck gold like with him as a coach. You know, just to have a coach like that as my linebacker coach, not only my linebacker coach, as my DC, you know, he's a real understanding dude. He's easy to talk to, you know. If I want to explain something to him, he knows how to like really break it down to you, and he knows how to talk to all types of people like that comes from all around the world, pretty much, you know. Like he just has that charisma about him, and he's another great dude as a coach. You feel me?
Now, you're in Clayton's room as a position player and with him being, you know, the boss of the defense, DC, but you also last year were going to play you were playing a significant role in special teams too. I know
Yeah.
Mentioned it in the previous segment, special teams player of the spring. So you had a chance to work with Stanton Weber, who's now moved on, and then Pete Limbo too. So same question for Pete Limbo. I see you already laughing. He's a very unique guy. Tell us what it's like to be in Pete Limbo's room.
So I'm gonna give y'all a little story before
Please.
I come to this year. So I'm not gonna lie, me and Limbo come from two different parts of the world. So like we both like love like competition and winning, but we just didn't see eye to eye when I first came here. So it was like we butted heads so much, and it was just like I never understood like how I was gonna get to like understand them until like I remember doing something in practice that he said, and like some way, somehow it just clicked to me that I started understanding his lingo, and then we got closer and closer, like throughout the season, and then I was just like, I started to understand like this he kind of he's kind of a cool dude, you know, like he's a good dude to be around. You feel me? And he has a great scheme. Like that's the main thing that got my interest. Like he has a great scheme that like is hard to stop if you're following his scheme. You feel me? And that's just the reason why he's just so like wow, because he's like he knows himself. Like if you do this right, if you do this the way I'm saying, we're gonna be good. You feel me? And the stats don't lie. You feel me? Number one in everything. You feel me? And you see the impact of the special teams in the game, and you can't take it away from him.
Does he have a movie reference in every single meeting or just every other?
Every single meeting. It might be war. It might be. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like you're in class when you with him. Like he's like that corny little teacher, you know, that's cool at the same time. Yeah, it's funny. It's fun. It's real funny in the meeting sometimes because you'll be real sleepy. He just say something like off the wall. Everybody just looks at each other like, what he just say? Like, but yeah, he's always gonna say something that just grabs your attention.
What is it like on the sideline when special teams makes a big play? Because if every coach I've ever heard talk, does special teams is a third of the game. Like, we're going to emphasize special teams. It's not like that everywhere.
Oh no,
by any means. But I think with Limbo and Beamer, like we see the results, but there's nothing like that sideline. I feel like when y'all block a punt or y'all return a kickoff or touchdown. What can you put into words that just, I guess, boost y'all seem to get from a big special teams play?
Oh man, everybody just gets so hyped on the sideline because you just imagine you sitting down and then you just hear And you're like, what just happened? And you just see your boys running the ball back to the touchdown. But one thing about Limbo, I never seen him celebrate like from a big time play. He's just ready to get to the next special team. He's like, kick off, come on, kick off, stop. Where's everybody at? Kick off, come on. Like, Limbo, just give it, like, we got a media break, like, just celebrate from once. You feel me? But yeah, that's another reason I love him. Love working with Limbo, because he's not going to celebrate until it's 0-0 on the clock. You know, like, and I respect that.
He did say, so Pete Limbo was on with the guys on the halftime show with Jay and Terry, and he did say, Mo, hey, I'm going to try to do a better job of celebrating some success a little bit. So maybe this season, maybe you can do it.
Oh, I'm gonna try to lift them up for something.
Full circle.
Hey,
yeah, maybe you can make a big play since y'all got off to a rougher start.
Oh yeah,
maybe you can be the one to help him start celebrating more.
For sure,
full
man.
circle.
It may not be in his DNA though to celebrate too hard.
Like force it.
I feel like he's just so locked in on the next thing. I mean, how you got Tonka Hemingway scoring a 2-point conversion? How can you not enjoy that for like 5 seconds?
He probably his former celebration might be like a fist pump in the air. That's probably all he's gonna do.
He did the raised. It wasn't even fist pump. He just raised the arm when one of Kai's 15 punts that he downed within the 2-yard line in the Clemson game. Like he did raise the arm on that one. Then you got Beamer over there doing like,
Beamer, he's gonna celebrate. That's one thing for sure. And the first time I seen it, like it did, like you just see the passion coming out of him. You know, he reminds me of me when I'm playing the game on Madden. You feel me? Like he's like, okay, that worked, let's go. Like he's just so turned, you know, and I love it.
Now, Beamer's celebration, is he a locker room dancing guy? Does he ever do any of that?
So I know it was one video that went viral when he was doing some weird dance. You feel me? But we got him to like we were pumping him up pretty much. Everybody was dancing in the locker room, you know. And then I remember I was tapping Beamer. I was like, "Come on, Beamer, it's your turn." And then he just busted out that move, and I was like, "Hey, I don't know what that is, but hey, we're turning. We won the game."
Maybe y'all can give him like a step-by-step on how to like gritty or something like that.
Something. We got to teach him something.
You know, old Frank Beamer, his dad, he danced.
I think that's where he got that dance move from. That's probably what it was. But that was similar. It was similar.
Ask him next time if he learned that from Frank.
Oh yeah.
You ever seen the video of Frank Beamer doing the dab?
I think that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, I suggest looking it up. It's pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
We don't need to bust the dab back out there. I feel like
I think that's
we got to move on. We got to move on from that. But no, the locker room celebration in any of these big wins y'all have had honestly looks like the most fun that I've ever seen any group of people having ever. What is that like, man? Just after the culmination of a lot of work, and then you get to celebrate it, and the whole, you know, hey, we got to work tomorrow, but we're going to enjoy this thing for 24 hours.
Oh yeah, it's just like you said, man. We just all that work being put towards the game. You gotta enjoy your win while it lasted that night. You feel me? But after that night, it's next team. You feel me? Like you can't just focus too hard on that win. We're going to celebrate hard in the locker room and probably that night, but after that, it's next team.
Going to keep our conversation going with Mo Kaba here on the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour, presented by Firehouse Subs. We'll let you know about the 107.5 The Game Spring Golf Classic coming up on Friday, March 24th at the Charwood Golf Club in West Columbia. Give Charwood a call at 803-755-2000 to register. It is $100 a person and $400 per team. Going to have some autographed items from some Gamecock athletes, and one person will be lucky enough to win season tickets to all remaining USC baseball games. Lunch will also be provided by Firehouse Subs. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the 107.5 The Game Spring Golf Classic. We'll be right back.
Here's what's coming up on the game.
Hey, it's Chris Clark. Make sure you tune in Thursday at 10 a.m. Gavin Cassis from Gamecock Baseball is going to take a break from hitting homers to hang out with us on the Garnet Trust Hour. Hear it live at 10 a.m. on Thursday here on 107.5 The Game.
Your home of the Gamecocks. 107.5 The Game.
It's Silverado season at Herndon Chevrolet. We have over 50 new Silverado 1500s in stock. And right now, you can save as much as $10,000 off MSRP. So don't wait. Visit your hometown Chevy dealer today and save big during our Silverado sale. Or shop online 24/7 and find new roads at HerndonChevy.com.
Herndon Chevrolet, Herndon makes you wanna Smile. Smile.
Plate 64262-6760 for complete details.
At the Windermere Golf Club, they believe sports can change lives. So they've designed an after-school golf program that teaches the fundamentals, integrity, and work ethic that makes golf a game kids can play for life. Team Windermere is a junior golf academy for beginners and intermediate golfers ages 5 to 17 that offers an after-school clinic and play series designed to introduce and advance young players in the lifetime sport of golf. You'll practice and play on a driving range, putting greens, and a Pete Dye designed golf course. Visit FOREtomorrow.com to learn more.
One search engine is used by 9 out of 10 consumers. Hint, the name begins with a G. And there are hundreds of things that go into being ranked highly by that engine. Your website, your business profile, even your social accounts. A couple of slip-ups and you find yourself on page 7. But at Cumulus Boost, we have the experts and resources to fix what's wrong and boost your findability so you can rank higher than your competition. Get started today at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS boost.com.
Are you looking for a lasting gift of jewelry for someone? Hey, this is Scott for Traditions Fine Jewelers with some gift-giving ideas that are sure to please. Get a sterling palmetto tree and moon with chain for $39.99. Or how about a box set of pearl bracelet, earring, and 18-inch strand for $199? Watches make great gifts, and our Citizens watches start at $119. Traditions Fine Jewelers, 5134 Sunset Boulevard, or at Sand Hills. Traditions Fine Jewelers, your gift-giving headquarters.
This is Larry Leitner, owner and founder of Midstate Roofing. And for nearly 30 years, we've continued to be the proven leader in the roofing and waterproofing industry. Midstate Roofing's proven history is your assurance that our professionals at Midstate Roofing will provide the proper advice, service, and results to the needs of your facility in a manner both safe and pleasing to your operation. From high-rise to hospitals, manufacturing to industrial, Midstate Roofing designs and installs bonded systems with a protective guarantee that will keep your operation dry and running long into the future. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
And this is Blake Leitner, reminding you to protect that roof with a maintenance contract. Call me today at 803-356-1919 or online at midstateroofing.com. That's midstateroofing.com.
You'll speak to an on-call technician after hours or a Midstate Roofing staff member during hours at 803-356-1919 or online at midstateroofing.com. And as always, tell them Midstate Twins.
If you have a leak, let Midstate Roofing take a peek.
Summer just around the corner. You want to make sure that your heating and air unit is working properly. And that means it's time to contact AAA Heating and Air. 803-677-1500. They were out at my house last month making sure that I am ready for the summer by installing a brand new system, and I couldn't be more happy with it if I tried. They did a fantastic job. Their team of experienced professional technicians came in, did a fantastic job, and now I am ready for the summer. Take advantage of great deals going on through AAA Heating and Air. 0% financing, a $1,500 buyback, and a 15-year parts and labor warranty. That's right. With temperatures starting to heat up, you need to make sure that air conditioner is working properly. So contact AAA Heating and Air today, 803-677-1500. Don't wait until it's too hot out there. AAA Heating and Air is ready to put new comfort in your home as soon as tomorrow with a phone call today. 803-677-1500. Tell them Bill Gunner sent you.
AAA Air when you need us. AAA Heating and Air.
It's the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour
With Chris Clark, Wes Mitchell, and Tyler Head.
on your home of the Gamecocks.
107.5 The Game.
And back in on the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour presented by Firehouse Subs, Tyler, Wes, and Chris, with special guest today, Mo Kaba, in studio with us. And these conversations always end up going to the topic of food. Speaking of food, it is Wednesday, and I've been doing the show with you guys long enough. Is today's sub of the day the New York Steamer?
You're absolutely
I
right.
got it right, yes.
You nailed it. You've got it memorized. No notes. I can see, Tyler. No notes. New York Steamer at any of the 14 Midlands Firehouse Subs locations. You can go get it. That's $5.99 for a small, $7.99 for a medium. Visit firehousesubs.com and use their rapid rescue to order online. You can go pick it up. It'll be just sitting there waiting for you. Or you can download the Firehouse Subs app. Make sure you join the rewards program. There's a different Firehouse Subs sub of the day for each day of the week. So, continuing our conversation here with Mo Kaba. By the way, Mo, we do need to get some off-the-field takes from you. It's a good time for it. So let's go to food. Wes and I will not let you escape without talking about food. What's the go-to? What's your faves?
My favorite food right now in Columbia would be Peebles. I think that's how you say it.
Okay.
Some wings.
Some wings.
The Philly cheesesteak is what got me, but the wings too, like so crispy, so fresh. Like that's the best wings and Philly cheesesteak I had in a minute, pretty much.
So just generalized food, like is wings like top for you?
Oh yeah, definitely on my cheat meals. Yeah, definitely.
So that's like number one.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo wings,
barbecue.
Barbecue wings.
Yeah.
Okay. Ranch, blue cheese.
Oh yeah, ranch.
Okay.
So I'm talking about my kind of
Tyler,
guy.
You barbecue wings?
Yeah, I like a little bit of sweet from time to time. I typically go with buffalo, but change it up, get a little bit of
sweetness.
sweetness.
Too.
There
Sometimes
you
sweet
go.
chili, yeah.
Now we're talking. I think me and Mo are gonna be like best friends.
I don't doubt it. Do you do any cooking up at home or in the facility?
So when I want to put on a couple pounds, this is my main. This is my main meal that I always made, like since high school, because I was always this real skinny guy. When I was coming out of high school, at first I started with spaghetti, then I turned to baked spaghetti. So I make my own little twang to it. Put a little extra cheese inside the spaghetti and on top of the spaghetti.
Yes.
350 in the oven.
See, that
for like
got my
5
heart
minutes.
right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Extra cheese is always a winner for me.
Definitely.
I'm just sitting here thinking about the spaghetti. And I'm wondering why Mo didn't bring us any for lunch.
You can't go wrong with spaghetti, though.
Yeah, spaghetti is an all-timer.
If you mess up spaghetti, man, you're a bad person. Like,
yeah.
All right, we've been asking every athlete this. This is so do you are you a burger person?
Yeah.
You like burgers? All right. Chips on a burger.
No, I can't do it because I like tomatoes
Hard,
and all the condiments on the burger, so it's gonna make the chips soggy, and I can't do that.
Okay, that's a good point. I didn't really think about that.
Well, what if you put it like under the patty, like on the bottom?
It's still gonna get soggy.
Yeah, if you have a fresh burger, yeah, fresh burger
should be juicy.
So. If it's greasy and juicy enough, yeah, that would probably
a regular
soak into
turkey
it.
sandwich or something. I load it up with some Lay's chips or something.
There you go.
Doritos, you feel me?
Okay, so you're not against the chips on a sandwich.
Not on a burger.
It just can't be. I don't want my chips soggy. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I respect that. So, how out of every meal you have, what percentage are like, all right, I'm eating healthy, I'm eating good, and what percentage is like, all right, I'm eating whatever I want?
Okay, so look.
Be honest. It's just us.
Nobody's listening to the football team at all. Nobody.
So I really do sometimes catch myself struggling just to stay eating healthy, you feel me? Because I burn the calories off so fast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to enjoy all this food before I can't enjoy it no more. You feel me? So like during the week, sometimes I might eat a little healthy, like Monday through Wednesday. And then
sometimes
Monday through Wednesday, but then the rest of the week, man, I'm gonna enjoy myself. You only live once,
So during football season, when you're obviously playing games and practicing the most out of the entire year, like what is your calorie intake given on how much you're burning in the fall?
Oh man, I couldn't even give you a number. I'm just fueling up. If I feel the slightest bit hungry, I'm gonna eat something, probably like 2 PB&Js. Like if I'm going to class and I know I can't eat a full meal, I'm gonna take 2 PB&Js with me, yogurt or something like that, and just eat in the mid class and just keep it going throughout the day.
Same.
Trey Knox told us that when he was at Arkansas, he was 205 as a freshman, and then he moved to tight end and had to put on, as much weight as possible.
Pounds.
He said he can't even look at it Uncrustable anymore. You just can't do it.
I used to make sandwiches it was not even PB&Js. I call it choke sandwiches.
Choke?
So you just load the sandwich up with peanut butter, probably like 3 inches thick, just a little bit jelly, just so you can swallow the whole sandwich,
Was it called choke? Because you
gets
caught in your throat?
it gets caught in your throat. You had to drink some milk with it or something. And that's what I used to do.
That's an elementary school cafeteria PB&J right there. Like I remember when I was at like 7 years old, the PB&Js in there were just like there's like an inch of peanut butter, then this one little layer.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, I need that milk carton.
A little bit
more.
more.
Oh yeah.
So did you play any other sports coming up? Or do you like to dabble now a little bit?
I played soccer, I played basketball, but once I realized what sport I really loved, that's when I just stayed with football. Like I didn't start playing football until 7th grade. And it was Parks and Rec when I played 7th grade, just because I wanted to try it out. I was always getting fouled out in the basketball, and I was just like everybody I just feel like everybody saw. So my coach was like, "Hey, come try out for us, or come sign up for Parks and Rec." And my first hit was like, I remember my brothers and everybody just coming off the sideline running, like, "Oh my god!" Like it felt so good. So I just wanted to stick with it, and continue to get better at it.
Did you know you were good right off the bat? You're like, oh, I'm good at this, or people told you like, hey, you're pretty good at this.
I used to tell myself, yeah, I am pretty good, because I used to, like, since I was in kindergarten, and I got like 3 older brothers, like real, like one's 28, one's 26, and one like 23. We used to play football like since I was in kindergarten, and I used to be the littlest person out there, but I used to always like still go head up with people and try to, like, I take the tackles. I really was just enjoying playing with my brothers, because usually they try to keep me out of stuff, but they really wanted me to play with them when it comes to that. So I always was going against bigger people, and I was doing good. So I realized, like, hey, I kind of like this sport. You feel me? I feel like I'm pretty good at this.
So soccer, where did you learn to play?
I went to Africa for when I was in 3rd grade. I went to Africa for like 8 months, and I played like soccer down there is like basketball in New York. Like
everybody plays.
Oh, I'm talking about it. Like if they don't have a goal, they're gonna set up like two little posts right there in the middle of the road and be like, all right, let's go. You feel me? So I had fun playing down there, but I like when I got back up here, I didn't want to do all the running, so I just played goalie. So yeah, I just had a fun time just sitting there waiting for the action to come to me, and yeah, that's pretty much how soccer came about.
Now, a lot of your teammates still consider themselves hoopers, basketball.
Oh yeah.
Do you, or have you let go of it? Or are you like?
I'm not gonna say I'm a hooper. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna say I'm a hooper, but if I could get a little hot streak going on, like I'm a real good catch and shoot type of guy. Good defensive guy. No question. Like I feel like I can lock down anybody.
Chris, are you going to ask him the question?
I am.
Do you want to save this for the other side?
Let's do it.
All right.
We're think about it.
Yeah, we're going to give you the break to think about this question we ask all of our guests, specifically from the football team. We'll come back on the other side and wrap up today's edition of the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour, presented by Firehouse Subs on 107.5 The Game.
Here's what's coming up on The Game.
Lamont Paris and the Gamecocks open SEC tournament play versus Ole Miss Wednesday at 6:30.
Your home of the Gamecocks. 107.5 The Game.
It's Kia Madness, baby, at Galliana Kia on Greystone. Listen up, hoopsters. Your basketball skills can save you an additional $2,500 on any new Galliana Kia in stock. Here's how it works. Select any new Kia from our huge inventory, all at crazy low prices. Seek a basket, and you get up to an additional $2,500 off. Basketball skills not ready for the big show? Bring a friend or family member to take the shot for you. And save up to $2,500 more on any new Kia in stock. Plus, zip, zero, nothing down, and 0 payments for the next 3 months. Any and all trade-ins are welcome. Gotta go to Galliana. It's Kia Madness, baby. Trade a 3 and save up to $2,500 more on any new Kia. At Galliana Kia on Greystone. I-126 Zoo Exit in Columbia. Call 779-7300 or KiaColumbia.com. Real stock number 3K1107. 0 down, $270 per month for 84 months at 6.9 APR. Cost plus tax tag includes $225 closing fee. Subject to lender approval. Expires with that.
Run the Cup. Lexington Medical Center's Governor's Cup Road Race will celebrate its 50th anniversary on April 7th and 8th. South Carolina's annual running festival starts Friday, April 7th with an expo and a Main Street Mile, open to all running levels. There's also a free Main Street Mile for kids on Friday. On Saturday, April 8th, choose from a half marathon, 5K run, or 5K walk. Don't miss the fun of the finish area with music, food, and activities before the awards and post-race celebration. For more information or to register, visit governorscupsc.org.
Each year, the number of people living with HIV/AIDS continues to grow due to longer survival for those infected. Know your status. DHEC South Carolina AIDS STD Hotline is available to answer any questions that you may have about HIV testing. Call 1-800-322-AIDS, 1-800-322-2437 for more information about HIV testing and prevention.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver," unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
This is Larry Leitner, owner and founder of Midstate Roofing. And for nearly 30 years, we've continued to be the proven leader in the roofing and waterproofing industry. Midstate Roofing's proven history is your assurance that our professionals at Midstate Roofing will provide the proper advice, service, and results to the needs of your facility in a manner both safe and pleasing to your operation. From high-rise to hospitals, manufacturing to industrial, Midstate Roofing designs and installs bonded systems with a protective guarantee that will keep your operation dry and running long into the future. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
And this is Blake Leitner, reminding you to protect that roof with a maintenance contract. Call me today at 803-356-1919 or online at midstateroofing.com. That's midstateroofing.com.
You'll speak to an on-call technician after hours or a Midstate Roofing staff member during hours at 803-356-1919 or online at midstateroofing.com. And as always, tell them Midstate Twins.
If you have a leak, let Midstate Roofing take a peek.
Broadcasting live from the Herndon Chevrolet Studios. This is 1075 The Game.
A great selection of new Chevys is available now at Herndon Chevrolet. The lot is packed with inventory and more is on the way. So shop your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Stop by or shop online today and see why Herndon Chevrolet makes you smile.
It's the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour.
Presented by Firehouse Subs. Founded by firemen with Chris Clark, Wes Mitchell, and Tyler Head on your home of the Gamecocks.
1075 The Game.
Back in on the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour presented by Firehouse Subs. Wrapping up today's conversation with Mo Kaba, linebacker for the Gamecocks football team. And as I'm sure Chris and Wes advised you during the commercial break there, we're going to ask you the most important question that we ask our football guest on this show. We asked it to Spencer, Nate Atkins. I think you even got it into Luke Doty last week when you talked to him. If you are putting together a team of 5 to play some hoops only from the football team, who is your starting 5?
All right, so I just seen some film of Spencer Rattler. I didn't know he had a lick of ball sense in him. I'm not gonna lie, but
did we affect the outcome?
Oh yeah, I definitely did. I see his little high school highlights. So I'm gonna have to make him my point guard, just because he has that quarterback knowledge, that passer mentality and scorer mentality, just a little bit from what I see. Shooting guard, I'm biased, so I'm gonna go with me because I'm a crazy catch and shoot guy. You catch me in the corner, I'm gonna hit that 3. But one thing I'm gonna say is we have the most athletic big men on the team. And the best player on the team, personally, to me, is Tonka Hemingway. He's like ridiculous on the court. Like for his size, he moves like he's 115 pounds. Like it's weird. And he's slow. He's like a Luka Doncic, on there. Like he's crazy. So I have him at small forward. TJ Sanders, another defensive tackle. He's crazy good at basketball, And one thing people don't really know about him, if you don't know about him, like he only weighed like 225 or less than that when he was like before COVID. And he told me he said after COVID, he put on so much weight and he was just he ended up turning into a D lineman size, you feel me? So I have him at small forward, power forward. And for my center, I'm gonna have to have somebody big, tall, but athletic, because it's a new generation. And I'm gonna put Rashawn Lee over there, our offensive lineman. Him and Tonka Hemingway is running head to head for the best players that I've seen on the basketball court, on the football team, because it's just for them to be that big and that athletic on the court, the way they move, it's crazy. Y'all have to see it for yourself one day.
That might be the most unique team we've heard put together so far.
I don't know. Boogie Huntley had 5 defensive linemen.
Yeah, he did.
Making up his team.
He had Nick Barrett on his team. Good luck getting around him.
Oh man, yeah.
All right, so Tonka. I actually, when you said we would be surprised at the best hooper on the team, I thought you might go TJ Sanders because I saw some of his high school.
TJ's nice.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, it's between them 3. I'm not gonna lie, for the best hoopers all around, it's between them 3. But if I'm going to be biased, I have to go with Tonka because he does some stuff that I haven't seen in a minute on the court, you know. And I got a couple videos on him too, like just surprising me because, you know, I'm just on the court just recording just to get something on the video, and then he just does some off the wall stuff. And you just like, whoa, like he has that in the bag, like
So,
he's nice.
Yeah, Tonka apparently in high school standout football, basketball, and baseball. Like apparently Tonka hit some moon shots back in the day in baseball. That's what they say in Conway.
Okay.
So
I believe it.
I'm
though.
not surprised that Tonka, I think, is one of those guys who's just kind of good at everything.
Yeah, he's just an athlete.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I will say, so you kept the streak going, Mo. I don't think we've asked any football player that question that did not put himself on the team also. Was there one?
There's one.
Okay, who was that?
Luke Doty.
Luke Doty left himself out. He's like, I don't have it.
Luke
I
said,
can't do it.
no, Luke, and the funny thing is, Luke's dad played college
That's right.
basketball.
Yeah.
And Luke said, nah, basketball, not my thing.
Thinking about it, I'd never seen Luke. Like when we all talk about, like, cause we got a group chat, we always talk about like when we going out and stuff like that. He never responded when we said something about going to a basketball court or something.
That's on purpose.
I just realized that.
You can just coach or be the sixth guy off the bench.
Yeah. Be the hype man.
And Luke, a great athlete, but he said basketball just not. He's like, I did not get whatever that skill is that comes with basketball. He says I did not get it.
We might have a couple more funny different sport questions for you, Mo. But first, want to make sure we get this in. You're here on behalf today of guys at Cato's Power Equipment who are in here with us in studio. Glad to have them. But so I want to talk a little bit about kind of the business end of things as a football player. NIL is something that went live for college athletes, amateur athletes in 2021, the summer, I guess. So this is a really cool story to me. So correct my timeline and my facts if I'm off here, but I want to get a little bit more on how this came about. Specifically, you working with the guys at Cato's. So you were in your spare time, which you don't have much of it as a college athlete. You decided you were going to cut some yards on Twitter, and you threw that out. Tell us about how all this happened.
Man, I went back home for spring break one time, and I was just sitting around, you know, just like I noticed like I had like the same thing going on every day, just work out, come back, find something to eat, you know, and I realized like I have nothing in my pockets right now. Like, let me go out here and cut some grass, or let me go out here and cut some grass for some money or something real quick. So I cut my uncle's grass first. He paid me. Went to next door neighbors, and it just turned to like a market type salesman type dude. Like, hey, you need your grass cut? How much they charge you to cut your grass? I'll cut your front your backyard just for $20. I got you. Like I was like, it's a workout too, so I'm getting something out of it too. So I just went down the road, and I was like, let me see if I could get something going with this. You feel me? So posted it. I didn't expect it to get as much traction as it did, but I had my phone off. No, I was listening to music and had my silence on, and I turned my phone back on, and I seen like it was like 2,000 likes and like so many replies. I was like, oh wow. So yeah. I got in touch with the right people, and the right people put me on the right deals, and met Cato's company and Ben and Matt, and got to work with some great people.
Yes, you've been able to do some. Saw you on their website, which was really awesome. CatosPowerEquipment.com. Mo with Mo. Learn more. You can click on it. It's pretty awesome.
If I click that, I can actually mow with Mo?
He will show up at your house.
Are you still cutting grass, or that's kind of we're beyond that now?
I'm not beyond it now, but like I haven't. When I go home, that's the little thing I'm going to like do. You know, if money's not right, you know, I might go to a couple yards and just get a couple dollars in my pocket. You know, just to stay afloat.
Well, I can tell you this: you're expanding your business right now. We got people on the text line asking you to mow their yards because
the price is going up, guys.
Nameless texter says, "I'll pay you $20 because my son charges me $40." So
I'm going to go ahead and speak for Mo here. The price is going up as of today. It's not $20. But also, you all can follow Cato's, I think, on Twitter at Cato's Power, on Instagram, Cato's Power Equipment. You can hit them on Facebook as well. Like Chris said, CatosPowerEquipment.com. You can call them 803-254-3711. But Mo, I'm looking at your picture here. These are some nice mowers, man. Like that is a high-powered mower right there. Like that'd be fun doing these photo shoots.
It'd be fun to mow some lawn in those, like, you know, feel like you're sitting in a lawn chair or something, just cruising.
Now, are you a push mower guy or riding mower guy?
If I had the money for a push mower, I'd get a push mower and go crazy, you know.
Yep.
But I feel like I said push mower. I meant to say riding lawnmower.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that and ride all day. But I feel like a push mower, you know, it just takes you back. You feel me? It's like
It's a good
nostalgia.
workout.
You feel me? It
Right.
just make you think about yourself as a kid again. You
Yeah.
know? Like that's just my thought about it.
Did you drive by and look at your billboard? Be honest. We talked about this before.
I haven't, like, to be honest with you, I haven't seen it in person yet. But I have multiple people, like Coach White. Like we was in the meeting room one time. He's just like, you know, you on the billboard? I was like, and then like later on throughout the day, he'll send me a picture of it, like something like that. It's just funny, you know, when they talk to me about it and stuff like that.
You can follow also Mo Kaba on Twitter. That is MO_KABA3. Put some good content there on Twitter from time to time. You need to drop your store link, by the way,
Okay,
back
yeah,
on
yeah, I
Twitter. Maybe
definitely-
put it in your bio.
Yeah.
Tweet it out for the people. Go follow Mo Kaba on Twitter.
Unfortunately, Mo, we are out of time. This hour certainly flew by, but we certainly thank you for hanging out with us today.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
So certainly best of luck to you and the rest of the team this upcoming fall. And we'll have this episode of the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour up a little bit shortly if you missed any of the conversation today on 1075thegame.com/podcast. Coming up next is the halftime show with Jay and Terry right here on 1075 The Game.
WNKT FM, Eastover, Columbia, your home of the Gamecocks. 107.5 The Game, a Cumulus media station.
When you think about spring, good stuff springs to mind. You know, like spring break. Woohoo! A friend springing for drinks.
Thanks, dude.
A spring in your step. Spring fever.
Oh, behave.
And best of all, spring water dough pizza from the Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers.
Yeah, baby.
Experience the taste of spring with our amazing hand-tossed pies, spring fresh salads, and over 100 beers from around the world. Enjoy spring at the Mellow Mushroom in the Vista and on Sunset in Lexington.
United Way of the Midlands is hosting its inaugural Books and Brackets College Basketball Challenge for as little as a $10 donation. You'll play for good and feel good, knowing proceeds support childhood literacy through the Midlands Reading Consortium and the Asia Wilson Foundation. Grand prizes include a Rolex watch or a 2023 Buick Envision and other prizes ranging from a Dell laptop to a number of gift cards. Submit your bracket today at uway.org/BNB. It's the United Way Books and Brackets Basketball Challenge.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go, shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going.